Everyone knows their sun sign. Most people love what it says about them. The passion, the loyalty, the ambition. But astrology isn't just about your highlight reel. Every sign carries a shadow, something they bury, something they never want you to see. Today we're going there. All 12 signs, no sugarcoating. Aries, you lead, you charge, and you absolutely cannot stand being told no. The dark side of Aries is that burning need to win, even when losing gracefully would serve you better. Aries can bulldoze the people they love without even noticing. Taurus, you're the rock, steady, dependable, grounded, until someone tries to change anything. Taurus's shadow is a stubbornness that looks like loyalty, but can calcify into control. They hold on to people, to grudges, to outdated versions of themselves, long after it's time to let go. Gemini, the most misunderstood sign in the Zodiac. Yes, they're adaptable, but that adaptability becomes a dark gift when Gemini uses it to tell different people different things. Not out of malice, but because they genuinely don't know which version of themselves is real. Cancer, they feel everything. That's their superpower and their trap. The shadow of Cancer is martyrdom. They give and keep a running tally. They'll never say it out loud, but they remember every sacrifice, every time they weren't chosen, and they'll remind you eventually. Leo, magnetic, generous, lit from within. But if the spotlight dims, even for a moment, Leo's shadow appears. The need for validation runs so deep it can flip into jealousy, drama, or shutting people out for not applauding loud enough. Virgo, the most self-aware sign in the room, which makes their blind spot fascinating. Virgo's dark side is the inner critic that never clocks out. They tear themselves apart, and sometimes they tear you apart too. Not to hurt you, but because they genuinely believe the world improves through correction. Libra, they charm everyone. They keep the peace. What they rarely show you is the scale tipping in the other direction. A deep, exhausting inability to make a decision. Because choosing one thing means disappointing someone. Libra's shadow is people-pleasing so polished it passes as grace. Scorpio. Here's the one everyone already suspects. And yes, Scorpio's shadow is real. It's the obsession, the intensity that crosses into possession. Scorpio doesn't just feel betrayal, they archive it. And they are capable of a patient, surgical revenge that would scare even them if they saw it clearly. Sagittarius. Freedom-loving, honest, hilarious. The shadow? Commitment phobia dressed up as philosophy. Sagittarius will tell you the truth, even when you didn't ask. What they won't tell you is why they keep running just before something gets real. Capricorn, the most disciplined sign, the most successful in the room, and possibly the loneliest. Capricorn's shadow is the slow, quiet trade. They swap emotional presence for achievement, decade by decade, until one day they look up and wonder where everyone went. Aquarius, they'll save the world before they'll let you get close. Aquarius cares deeply about humanity in the abstract. Their dark side is a cold detachment in the personal. They intellectualize feelings until the feeling is gone, and they'll tell you they're just being logical. Pisces, the most emotionally intelligent sign, and the easiest to lose. Pisces dissolves into whatever world feels better than the real one. Fantasy, substances, other people's problems. Their shadow is escapism so practiced it becomes a lifestyle. They don't lie, they just live somewhere slightly off from reality. Here's the thing about shadow work, and this is what astrology does better than most self-help tools. It doesn't moralize. It doesn't tell you you're broken. It just holds up a mirror and says, this is the full picture. The light and the dark, both are yours. Knowing your shadow isn't a reason to be ashamed. It's a reason to be strategic in your relationships, in your career, in how you handle pressure when no one's watching. Drop your sign in the comments and be honest. Which part actually hit? Which trait did you recognize in yourself that you don't usually let people see?